Hurry, she's almost up!
Okay, thanks. My sister called me as I walked into the living room. I then sat on the couch to be on standby.
You really like this idol, huh? Gross.
I like you too.
Me too.
Oh, you're not grossed out about that, huh? My sister's in her complicated age. Anyway, I can't help it. Mizuki's the ideal lady that I could ever ask for.
Yikes, so you're truly in love with her.
I like everything about Mizuki, including her looks and her personality. I've never met her, but I feel like I know her well. Mizuki Kyoka is an idol that I, Raido Fuwa, am a fan of. I normally don't watch TV, but it's a different story if my fave is in the show. Once she finishes talking to the MC, she starts singing. Mizuki would blink at me over the TV screen. My heart has been shot. The song is called Mirror in the Moon. I thought it sounded cool. Alright, she was as wonderful as always. I'm going back. I watched Mizuki waving at me as she finished singing, and I mumbled to myself out of satisfaction.
You know, you're pretty crazy for playing online games and watching idols as your hobby.
What is it? Isn't it a lot healthier than spending on girls who are scamming guys?
They tend to target people like you.
I'm only interested in Mizuki, so I'll be fine.
Gross!
I was gonna give you an allowance.
I love you.
I handed cash to my materialistic sister. I felt like she was the one who was targeting me. I don't plan on giving any excuses, but it's not like I'm into idols. Mizuki's the only person I like, and she happens to be an idol. And I'm just her fan because my best friend recommended her to me, and I'm just riding along. If I were to correct what my sister said, my hobby is to play online games and watch Mizuki in her shows. I went back to my room and turned on my computer. I wonder how many people in this world have friends that they can trust. Being a senior in high school, to me, they're not my classmates from school, but it would be Gesui, my best friend, that I met through this monitor screen. And I don't know what he looks like. Gesui might be a turd. Well, I'm just saying. Ah, Gesui's online. At first I thought Gesui might be a turd just the way his name sounds when we're playing, but he's not like that at all. His playstyle's very classy. I met Gesui about 5 years ago. During my first year in junior high, hunting games were hyping. The monsters are trying to take revenge against humans after being hunted, and they'd start hunting humans. It was an end-of-the-century hunting game. It had aggressive graphics, with the human head, arms, and legs getting all ripped out and going all over the place. I was shocked when I first played it. Now that I look back, I worry about this country considering how a game like this has gotten so popular. Since it was way too popular, it became a problematic topic across society. I mean, of course. My parents built a house and moved to a different town, and I started attending a middle school in the city that was far away from the countryside where we lived. My sister was excited about it, while I didn't have any close friends around me. Living in the city was way different from my hometown, and I never got used to it. And that was when I got into online gaming. Even if I didn't have friends to hang out with in person, I have a lot of comrades online. And that was when I met Gesui. At first we would only greet each other, but we eventually became close. It seems like Gesui's my age, and we had fun conversations over the chats. Gesui also vented to say that he didn't have any friends that he could play with. I didn't know what he looked like, but on the other side of this screen, there's a real human instead of an AI, and I was excited about that fact, which made me become close friends with Gesui. And one day, when I was talking to Gesui over the chat, he asked me a question.
Is that your type, Ikazuchi?
I was using a female avatar in the game, but it seemed like Gesui was curious about it. Gesui uses a buff guy's avatar. Of course.
Ikazuchi, are you actually a girl?
No way!
Stop looking inside the skirt!
I already did. Of course, I'm not trying to act like a girl to get people's attention or anything. I just wanted to use a character that had the opposite gender from me. I made sure to tell Gesui that I was a guy. If I turned out to be a girl, I'm sure Gesui would have to be considerate with the way he talks to me. And that was how we got along as friends. We'd sometimes talk about how our day was at school, and we'd talk to each other whenever we were concerned about anything. I considered Gesui as my best friend, and I'm grateful to have him. I've never met him in person, but I hope to meet him one day so I could express my gratitude. I wonder if Gesui was also watching the TV. Gesui recommended me Mizuki, the idol, during our first year in high school. I wasn't really interested in idols, but Gesui was so passionate about her, and that's how I got into her. It was because Mizuki was a beautiful girl who looked almost exactly like my avatar. At first, I couldn't believe my eyes. I almost wanted to say that I raised her. I'm sure Gesui saw Mizuki's appearance and decided to tell me about her. I cherished the time I got to spend with my best friend as we went on about our fandom. I hope I get to spend time like this forever. Mizuki was so pretty today.
How was her son?
It was amazing. I got so excited when she blinked at me at the end.
You're not wrong for saying that, I'm sure.
My sister would say that I'm gross for saying that, but Gesui never denies my words. He's my age, but he's such a kind and mature person. By the way, Ikazuchi is my pseudonym. Now that I look back, it's kind of lame, but since I've used that name for a long time, I haven't been able to change it. Mizuki's doing a concert soon. Wanna go with me? I revealed the plan that I've been secretly thinking about. There's gonna be a concert that's coming up in 3 months, where Mizuki will be a part of the show. I haven't been to any concerts before, so I was hoping to get to go with Gesui. I'm sure it'll become a great high school memory.
What? Are you going to that show?
Do you already have a plan? I was hoping to meet you in person, too.
I mean, I want to meet you too, but then...
Oh? Doesn't seem like Gesui's too excited about it. Maybe he doesn't feel comfortable meeting up in person with people he met online.
Do you really want to meet me in person so badly?
I like you, Gesui. I wouldn't really judge you, no matter who you are. I'm just an ordinary, boring high school student, too.
You like me? Are you sure about that? You're not a lion, are you?
That's such an old commercial. I am a lion. Wanna go to a zoo together? A date? You know, we're already seniors in high school, and I was hoping you and I could stay friends even after we graduate. We might end up becoming distant after getting into college, and I feel like that's gonna be a bit sad for me. So I wanted to meet Gesui in person at least once.
On the day of that show, I have plans. I'm sorry.
I see. Don't worry about it. I understand. It's a shame, but it can't be helped. It's not Gesui's fault. Maybe he really has a plan, and maybe he's trying to avoid meeting with me in person. Even if that was how Gesui felt, I don't really mind.
I can't meet up with you on the day of that show, but is it okay if I go hang out at your house instead?
Gesui suddenly gave a surprising suggestion, and I stopped typing for a second. Huh? My house? I ended up saying out loud.
Or is that not okay?
That's fine. You know what? My parents and my sister will be going out on one of the days. Would that day be fine?
Is there not going to be anyone at home? My heart is racing.
It's just gonna be the two of us, and you don't have to get all nervous.
That's exactly why. I need to be ready for this.
Ready for what? Hello? Guess we stopped responding after that. When I looked at my clock, it was getting late. After I was done playing games, I went to bed. I couldn't hold my excitement. Guess we said his heart is racing. Maybe he's a shy person. As I felt excited, I naturally fell asleep. I think there's something wrong. I couldn't help but feel awkward. Today was the day I was finally meeting Gesui in person. While I was getting excited, I also felt concerned. This is what happened. The day before, this is my address. I'll see you then.
Okay,
On the day of,
I'll get there around 12:30.
I'll be waiting.
I'm so nervous.
Wait, no, that can't be true. I'm sure I'm just confusing myself. I'm getting Gesui's messages on my phone one after another.
I'm almost there. I wonder if my hair looks cute.
Could Gesui possibly be a girl? I mean, guys would wonder if their hair looks okay too, but then a guy wouldn't try to make their hair look cute when he's hanging out with a friend. This is the first time I'm meeting up with him in person, and we're only going to be playing games together, and yet for some reason, I have a bad feeling about this. Yes, coming! The doorbell rang, and I went to open the door as I felt cold sweat all over my back. Huh? And Mizuki Kyoka, the idol, was standing there. Why are you here, Mizuki?
I mean, we made plans to hang out today.
I never made any plans like that. My brain, which froze for a second, started functioning again. Are you Gesui?
Yes, that's right, Ikazuchi. I'm coming in.
You're seriously a girl? You're my favorite idol! You're so pretty and this is crazy! I don't understand what on earth is happening. Is Mizuki pretending to be Gesui? But why would she do that?
Nice to meet you, Ikazuchi.
My real name is Raido Fuwa.
That's going to take a while for me to get used to.
Mizuki, are you really Gesui?
That's right. So, I know you really well, Ikazuchi.
Why didn't you tell me that you were a girl?
I thought you already knew, Ikazuchi. I usually never tell others.
I had no idea. But now that I look back, I should have known. There are a lot of players who would try to come after female players, and to add, Mizuki's an idol, and it's understandable that she'd hide that fact. It's just that I was in shock, and I struggled to accept the reality.
You're putting this on your wall.
Ah, yes, it makes me shy, having you see this in person.
It means a lot to me. I decided to become an idol because of you.
Me?
Before I ever met you, I was introverted, and I've always wanted to change myself. I was inside my room playing video games all the time. And that was when I met you online. You would always be there for me when I needed someone to talk to, and you've always encouraged me. I mimicked your avatar to look like this too.
Really?
Yes, I thought you might like me if I looked like this.
Well, I'm your fan, but what exactly do you mean by having me like you?
Guess which way I mean it.
Can I save my progress before I make a choice?
The auditions go that way too, but there's no going back in reality, Ikazuchi.
What kind of crappy game is life?
I don't consider this world a crappy game since I got to meet you.
Mizuki looked exactly like the avatar that I made, but of course, it was because she mimicked that avatar, so I was meant to be into her. I've always thought you were my best friend, but you turned out to be a girl, and my favorite idol.
I tried my best so you'd like me. All right, we don't have all the time in the world, so let's play a game. I brought a game today.
I don't know if I'm in a mental state where I could focus on playing games.
It's a romance simulation game with just a bit of naughty scenes.
That's awkward. That's way too awkward, Mizuki.
I figured you could study what girls are like by playing this game.
I've never played a game like this.
You've already captured me, right?
I've captured you without even knowing, huh? The reality wasn't just a crappy game after all.
Your family isn't here today, right?
I'm realizing that fact is suddenly something that weighs so much at this point.
I made sure I was emotionally ready for this.
Don't make it sound like you're implying something. I'm not ready for this. By the way, you said that you had plans on the day of that show.
That was because I'd be a part of the show. Ikazuchi, you're going to come see me in the show, right?
I planned on going.
I'll treat you like a god! If anything, should we announce that we're in a relationship?
No, we can't do that!
I decided to be an idol just during my high school years to begin with.
Really?
I decided to become one because I wanted you to like me.
Then, Yasui was recommending me Mizuki so much because...
It was actually a stealth marketing.
I don't think you should say that.
I created a problem to solve it.
It's not about how you say it.
It was plotted.
You can't just make it sound different ways to get away with it.
Ikazuchi, I'm a girl.
I wish you told me that sooner. I'm sure a lot of you might be saying, who cares if she was a girl? But this was quite critical for me. I mean, I like you too, Gesui, but that was because you were my best friend.
Will you hate me if I'm a girl?
Of course not! My brain just isn't processing the sudden fact, and it's not about your gender.
Then you like me back, right?
Really? I feel like there's a bit of a difference in how we perceive it.
Maybe I could retire after that show, saying that I'm pregnant.
Why would you do that? I mean, you'd probably have to pay for breaching your contract, so that's not okay.
I'm actually making a good income. I wanted to spend my every day playing video games with you.
That's such a dangerous invitation. I'd end up being a lousy kept man. Mizuki, didn't I let you down after seeing how I am in person? It's my first time meeting her. I wouldn't be let down finding out that Mizuki was the person I've been talking to all along. But to Mizuki, she could be feeling down to find out that it's not like I was a hot guy or anything. Hopes tend to inflate, and I just couldn't believe that I'd ever deserve her.
Of course not. I like you because you're you.
But Mizuki easily blew away all the concerns I had.
You can always find hot boys anywhere on the street, but whenever it's about personality, that's not the case. You're the person who saved me, Ikazuchi.
Oh, Mizuki. It might take a while for me to process this fact, but I look forward to getting to know you.
We should move in together when we become college students.
Were you listening to what I said?
I made sure I saved up for our wedding, too.
We have way too much gap in our expectations about our future. I'm sure we'd enjoy living together, though. Does this mean that I have my first girlfriend in my life?
Hold on. If you play these romance simulation games, wouldn't it be considered cheating? I can't forgive that!
Whoa, you must be the jealous type. About her gender, too. But there were many things that I didn't know about her. After we spoke for just a bit. I'm sure Mizuki feels the same way about that, too. We've known each other online for a few years, and we felt as if we knew each other well. But after meeting up in person, we realized that there were so many things that we didn't know about each other. Maybe that's why meeting up in person was so valuable.
I heard there's a new hunting game that's being released soon.
Are you gonna play it too?
Of course! Oh, I can't wait until I take revenge against the foolish humans!
Did something happen to you as you were working as an idol? I could see the darkness in your heart.
You're my one and only oasis in my heart. By the way, I haven't seen any naughty books in this room. Are you hiding them under your bed?
Mizuki, can we be a bit more considerate? Because I didn't know that Gesui was a girl, so I've completely forgotten about that risk. I don't have one. I'm telling the truth.
Ikazuchi, you're a perfectly healthy young boy. I'm the type of person who understands those things, and I don't mind it.
Well, I'm the one who would mind.
You have me from now on.
You're so confident. Mizuki, you're very proactive.
I can't just sit around when there's something I want.
I feel like I'm a pathetic person.
That's not true. You just have to be confident in yourself, Ikazuchi.
Oh, Mizuki. My chest felt warm with Mizuki's words.
I'll give you all the money that my fans gave me, Fua.
You're making yourself sound like one of those scammer girls.
So, will you always be by my side from now on?